All right, here we are. We're live down at Clarksville Climbing. The gym is closed, so no masks needed. And actually, we do not require masks here at the gym. We do encourage it, but it is not required. I think that there's something to be said about seeing smiling faces and personal choice. We do take seriously cleaning the gym. Every single night, we fog the gym from top to bottom with a disinfectant. So we do try to do that. That's not what we're talking about today, though. In this video, I just kind of wanted to give you guys some clarity on what's happening with Climber Dad, what's happening with the climbing gym, because I recently did come out and stated that we are closing. The gym is closing. All of these walls behind me over here. Let me see if I can move this. I'm on my laptop, so I am tethered down, and hopefully the quality will be a little bit better. Um, and yeah, so just go ahead and it looks like my comments are working, so that's a good thing. I was not sure, but they're working. So if you guys have any questions, comment in the chat. I'll try to pick those up as you comment on those. But real quick, it's just, again, I want to try to talk about the closure of the gym and where Climber Dad is headed, because I feel like this has been a big part of the channel, and it's going to be going away. But the knowledge and the impact that is there will not be going away, and I want to have that stay and continue on. So, Mark, amazing things. What's up? I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just ordered some new holds. So excited for that. Hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. What holds did you get? I'd love to know what holds you got. There's some great holds out there. So, and if you watch my channel, that I love climbing holds. I have been called a hold snob a few times, and I'm happy for that. Josiah, have a great day, brother. Thank you. All right. So if you have any questions, go ahead and answer that. So today I got down, or sorry, if you have any questions, ask them. But I'm going to try to continue to talk here. Today I came down to the climbing gym, and we have our new space that I was going to set up in our new space. It's our party space, where we have a top rope wall. We have a top out boulder, which is absolutely amazing. The next gym that I built will have a top out boulder from day one. It is just, even if it's only 10 feet tall, like the ability to pull up over the boulder is something that I think is lacking a lot in indoor climbing gyms right now. You just climb up to the lip and then you drop off, and there's a different sensation when you're pulling over the top. But the lighting in there was pretty rough as far as the cameras were angled at, and so I came in here to the main portion of the gym. But the top out boulder, it has a cave that goes through the top out boulder for the kids, and I know I need to tear stuff down and get things going out, but we are still open for business until the 31st. So I want to have as low of impact as possible. And today I gutted the entire interior of the top out boulder and pulled a lot of stuff out. I mean, a lot of stuff. And it actually, like, I thought it would feel really sad as I'm tearing this stuff out. And sometimes it does. And when you pour your whole heart and soul into something, you really, it really hurts to let it go. And I know that you guys have experienced that as well. But as I was tearing out the interior of this boulder problem, or this top out boulder, it actually felt pretty good. I know that this is what we're supposed to do. The knowledge that we've gained through Clarksville Climbing, I will never regret that, even though there may be, the pains of having to close will follow me for a long time after this, most likely. but I still know that this is what we need to do, and hopefully we can find another space to go into that we can help support the community that we've grown here. Let's go ahead. Let me take a second here, and I'm going to read some of these comments. Make Amazing Things said he watched my escape climbing review like 100 times. I remember making that. It was just right over here, and we did not have AC in this space yet, and it was that was an enjoyable one, and not very well edited, I would say, but I'm glad that you have found value in that video. Any videos that I do, I hope that people find value in. That's why I do it. So thanks for letting me know that you've found value in that. Are you guys going to move the walls or completely start over? We are going to completely start over. So some of these stuff we'll be able to recycle, but when I moved into this building, I designed the wall to fit this building. So if we were to move the walls to another building, we would have to have the exact same floor print to reuse it the same way that we have set it up here. I'm going to try to take the panels off so we can hopefully reuse the panels. The frame is going to go away, and I'm actually going to try to do a different style of frame than I did here. David, thank you for saying that. The ride has been amazing for me as well. Yeah, and again with the top out boulders, absolutely love top out boulders. That's I would actually have started taking down the whole top out boulder, but I just want people to use it. And honestly, no one has really been able to get in and use it. We stripped all of the holds off, and I came in, I'm like, no. And I just put a couple of holds up there. They're fun. I've got another video out there. I think it's on the Clarksville Climbing channel. I'll try to post a link to it somewhere after this is over. But if you want to go check it out, you can search Clarksville Climbing, and we'll pop up. You'll see this awesome logo right back here on that channel. Okay. You're welcome for the videos, Simon. I really enjoy making them. I hope to continue to make them and be a positive influence. Something that's really cool about YouTube is that I can reach out to a mass audience with very specific things in mind. So I can talk about building a climbing wall. I mean, out of the world, if you look at the world population and how many people are looking for that information on how to build a small climbing wall or a big climbing wall, it's fairly small, I would say. Of course, it has increased a lot over the last few months, but it's really cool to be able to cast that net out there and be able to influence a lot of people. I hope to continue to help you guys with that and sharing my knowledge. We're going to do a lot of videos as I'm tearing stuff down as well. Storing holds. So actually, let me back up here. Am I going to reuse the Tnuts? I will reuse the Tnuts if I can. A lot of the Tnuts that are in the walls behind me, especially the ones that are directly behind me, the painted ones, those are the pound-in Tnuts. So to reuse those, you could, in a home situation, I could reuse those. In a commercial setting, if I can save the panels and recycle the panels themselves, then I'm going to keep the Tnuts in there, but I'm not going to take the Tnuts out and reuse them that way. Storing holds, I'm going to try to actually sell as much as possible out of the gym. I don't have a space to go into. Storing stuff costs money, and there's going to be a lot, for me at least, there's going to be a lot of debt that's going to fall on my shoulders solely when we close the door to pay that off. One of our loans, just one of our loans, is around $60,000. So pretty hefty weight that's resting about right here. Especially when I talk about it, man, it just feels so heavy. Whew! All right, let's. So the reason why I mentioned that is because I want to sell everything that we possibly can to help pay that loan off. Now, if I'm not going to give this stuff away, I'm going to try. If it makes sense to sell it, then I'm going to sell it. And I hope to sell all of the holds. I'll probably keep some of my favorite kilter holds. The videos that I have lined up for you guys, I really want to make another lean-to wall. I've got a lot of updates and ideas to make it way better and still keep it simple. So the cool thing with the lean-to climbing wall systems board is how simple it is to build. But there's some really cool things that as I've just played around with it and redesigned it in my head probably 1,000 times on how to make it better, but still super efficient. I want to build another one and show you guys. That's a big one. I want to go over foam. So I want to talk a little bit more about the foam that's in our gym here. This actually, I'm sitting on some right now. That's what we pulled out, or these were scraps. So I'll show you all of that. I also want to do some tests as we're tearing stuff down to show the strength of the wall also. So those are some videos that I have in mind for you guys that will hopefully come out within the next couple of months. Editing, I am changing from editing on my phone to trying to edit on my computer, and it's a cool program, but I know the program that's on my phone, and I'm just lost in the sauce with this program that I have on my computer. So it is the learning curve has been beating me up over the last couple of days. I'm trying to get out a video right now for belt sanders. A big, nice belt sander really helps out when you're making your own climbing holds, makes things go a little bit quicker. And so I've got two of them, two benchtop ones that I've put head to head, and I tested out, and that should be out next week. But it all depends on how fast I learn this new editing software. Let's see. Let me just gonna take a quick peruse through these comments really quick so I can answer some of your guys' questions. If you're watching this as a playback, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the time lapse here. Jonathan is asking about recycling the angle iron. Right now, I'm not sure where you're at, Jonathan, but in the location that I am in, scrap steel is like 10 cents a ton. Like it's not even going to pay for the gas to drive it down there. However, I'm still going to do it because it's going to be more than what I would get if I just threw it away. So yeah, I am going to try to scrap out some of this steel. I would really like to repurpose as much as possible, but the steel is going to be an expense that I don't think I'm going to get close to what I have into it back. So I'm gonna sell the holds. I'll try to sell all of the holds that I possibly can, but I really don't want to ship them out. It's just being able to take them off of the wall and to sell them online. I would have to take, it's just, there's a lot more steps, and I just don't really have time for that now. I would have to, if I did sell them online, I would have to store them until I got everything else taken out of this building, because we only have a month to completely get all of our equipment out of here, plus set the doors back the way they were when we came into the building. So there's a ton of work that I need to do. So I will not be shipping any holds out, at least right now. And I don't think that I will be. Uh, David is planning a bigger home woody now, and that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. It's so fun. I would actually I would like to plan on building a nice big home wall now as well. The home wall that I have, and you guys have probably seen it a lot, especially recently. I've been in front of it a lot more. It it is very, very small, and I started building it and using that to kind of hone my skills a little bit. Um, and then my wife was just like, "Why are you building this wall? Like, we're building a climbing gym." So I just completely stopped on that project, and I can't see myself putting more into it at this point, because the likelihood of us having to sell our home is fairly high. So yeah. Okay, so make amazing things. Do you plan on having crack climbing stuff at your new gym? So right behind me here, this wood textured wall, that we have 3 cracks on that. And I thought that that would be a pretty good thing to bring people in. Um, this has been climbed maybe 4 times in the past 8 months. Um, so crack climbing, it might be a cool thing to bring people in, maybe, but I really don't think so. Um, we will not have a dedicated crack wall like this one in our new gym. We will have volumes that we can set up to simulate crack climbing, though, if we would like. There's some new stuff out there called jam walls. Hopefully, I will be able to do a review on jam walls as well. There was an offer that was put out to me to do a review on jam walls, a little bit better than what I did in the past when I met with Dale Bard, and that was kind of put off because of the whole COVID thing. So, and hopefully that comes out and we can look at those, because I really do like that system, and the idea to have something that you can move around and change just like you do with the climbing holds is really nice, instead of just like a built crack system like these behind me here. So that's what we'll do for cracks in the future. Oh, Jonathan, you're in Georgia. Okay. Well, we will be having a big gear sale here at Clarksville Climbing on August 1st. So if you want to come up, I'm sure that we can hook you up with a lot of stuff. Something that I think is overlooked by a lot of people when they're building their own walls or their climbing gym is the expense of the flooring. If you're doing a bouldering wall, your flooring is going to be pricey. If you're having somebody else do it for you, which I have recommended a lot in the past because the headaches of doing it yourself is pretty heavy. But you're going to pay around $25 a square foot if you're having somebody else do it. If you're doing it yourself, if you can find deals, like we're going to be selling off the foam that's under here. Let me show you. The foam that's over here underneath this covering, we'll be selling that at half of the cost of what it cost us when we put it in. So when you can find deals like that, it'll be a little bit less expensive, but it's still pretty expensive. Señor. So big gyms moving in to kick out small gyms. That's not what's happening here in Clarksville. And I don't see that happening. And the reason why is because of the real estate here. It's super hard. And it's a crazy dynamic in this town. So if a bigger gym wants to come into Clarksville, they're going to have to get somebody that's basically on the ground that knows the very specific things about Clarksville. Like Clarksville, I say, is made up of 3 major different components. And some people they refuse to travel to other parts of the town just because they don't go there. Like I don't know the reasoning, but I know that is the case. So you have to find a sweet spot and be able to work with all of those different dynamics in the town. And it would be, especially at this point, I would welcome a big gym to come into Clarksville. Clarksville is one of the fastest growing cities in the nation, and it was just named the best city to live in 2019 by Money Magazine. So there is a lot of big growth that could happen here. I have talked to the big gyms in Nashville, and that's always a concern that a big kid on the block is going to come in and push you over. And I brought that concern up to the owner of one of the big gyms in Nashville, and he just laughed and he said, "No, Clarksville's all you, buddy," and then walked away. And that's because people do know about this. So there's another gym owner up in Kentucky. He owns a couple of gyms, and he actually has family here in Clarksville. And he really wanted to open a gym here in Clarksville before we opened up, and he couldn't get past the real estate cost. And that's actually one of the biggest reasons that we're not able to make it. We've been struggling really hard before the shutdown on trying to make ends meet, and we were making it. It was coming together. It was really tough. Lots and lots of sacrifices have been made by my family over the past several years, and with the shutdown, the shutdown happened, and it was just the final nail in the coffin. And the I don't want to speak bad about anybody, but the unwillingness of our landlord to help us through this situation was not there. So he actually used it as an opportunity. We've made a lot of improvements to the building, and there was an opportunity there for him to actually get someone else in the building and kick us out and make more money. So as like business goes, I guess that's a good thing. I would never do that, but that's why we're closing down, because I'm not a ruthless business person. I love people and I want to help people, and I know that eventually that's going to pay off. So let me try to catch up on these comments here. See, I would really love to hear what you guys want to see on the channel, what you would like me to focus on or see some videos of. Okay, the climbing holds that we're selling here, we're selling them out of the gym, and again, we are selling them to try to help pay off our debt. We're not giving them away, and these are actually really good shape. They're fantastic. We're selling them for $7 a pound. And when we get down to the point where we have, like, we do have some older ones that are a little bit more polished, we'll sell those for a little bit less money. But the really good quality ones and the ones that we're setting out right now, they are $7 a pound if anybody is interested. Donate. Donations and merchandise. I've actually been super blessed over the last couple of months through this outlet with YouTube. I have been able to pay my personal mortgage for the month of May simply because of the donations and sales made through climberdad.com. So there is definitely a way that you can go there and help support me. And I really, really appreciate all of those donations that are made. I cannot thank you enough. It's been a huge blessing in my life to have that. So for all of those that have donated and will donate in the future, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, David, I would love to see your kids and friends going climbing outdoors some more. You got it. My wife keeps on telling me that. She's the channel is Climber Dad. You need to include your kids more in the channel. There's kind of a balance there, though. I really don't want to put them in front of the screen or on the screen too much. For safety reasons, but yeah. Yeah, so David just said $7 is a steal. Yes, it is a steal, and some of these are so wheel holds. Some of these are I am gonna kind of keep some of my favorite kilter holds, but there is some kilter holds in there, and they're all going into the bucket for $7 a pound. So yeah, there's some screaming deals in there for you guys to take advantage of. And it's going to help us, pay off this debt that's mounting up against us. Dixon Springs. Okay, so a while ago we went up to Dixon Springs and climbed. It's been a long time since I've been up there. I've heard that the park is in pretty rough shape right now. It was so nice when we went up there. Like, it was manicured grass all the way up to the boulders. It's a really cool place just north of Paducah. And yeah, I had a friend come into the gym. They actually live in Paducah. We have people that drive several hours to climb here at Clarksville Climbing, and they said that it's not kept up like it used to be, which is really unfortunate. That's a fun place, and that was the best part about that place, was how easily accessible the climbing was, and that it was, yeah. But I'll try to get my kids out to more climbing areas and include them on more stuff. It's always fun to see people climbing lower grades, in my opinion, because not everybody can climb a V12 or even a V6. Like, it's just, the higher up the grade you get, yeah, it's pretty cool, but I like to see stuff that I can imagine myself climbing. There's a connection there, and so I think that's fun. We'll get some bouldering trips going. I'm glad to see a lot of people asking about that. Oh, cool. Okay, they were mowing and maintaining the last week we were there. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I just want to let you to highlight the gym is closing. We're going to be selling holds at $7 a pound. Sorry, we will be selling holds at $7 a pound. That's why it takes me so long to edit the videos, because my tongue just rolls over itself so many times. I am not going anywhere. I love being able to help you guys out and make an impact while doing something that I love. I remember when we first started this project with Clarksville Climbing, the reason why I got into making videos is because we needed a video for our Kickstarter campaign, and I knew that nobody could make that for us. So I started to try to learn how to edit videos. And then there was a time that I was in Richmond, Virginia with Rockworks building Peak's new climbing gym. It's a fantastic climbing gym, by the way. If you are in the Richmond area, you definitely need to go see Peak. Their new facility. I haven't been able to climb on it other than the little bit of setting that I did there, but just knowing the features that are there, I think it is going to be incredible to climb. But I was there at their old location, and I was just talking to somebody that was building a home wall, and I realized the amount, like, I don't think I'm a really smart guy. I'm just a normal guy. But as he was asking me questions and telling me different things that he wanted to do, like, I felt like I had this vast knowledge of information, like just a lot of information that I could give. And that was kind of cool. And I realized it was a realization that, yes, I am just an average guy, but I'm an average guy that has a background in building climbing walls, and specifically with a touch of that home scene. I built my first one when I was 13 years old. My dad probably could have been reported to CPS because he just didn't care about us kids using power tools, which I turned out okay. Check this out. I still have 10 fingers, and he like, I was using a table saw by myself, like, when I was super young. Younger than 10. So I just had all of these tools at my disposal. I started climbing, and I immediately built my first home wall, and I've been building home walls ever since. That was in 1995. So through the decades, I have gained a little bit of knowledge that I can share with you guys. So I am going to be here. I'm going to do that. If you would like to support me, go over to climberdad.com. It's a site. It's a work in progress. I'm trying to learn how to build a new website as well, but it is a functional website right now. climberdad.com. You can buy shirts over there. I'll probably have this shirt up there soon. This was a shirt that we have in the gym for our Senders League, Senders Climb More. It's a really awesome shirt. But I'll have some other shirts up there, and then also a donate button that you guys can donate for. Just helping progress the channel along, and it does help, and I am investing that back into the channel so I can continue to make better and better and better videos. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this time spending with me tonight. I'm grateful that you are here, and I will see you next time right here on Climber Dad.